If you are an Indian in the US and your passport is expiring soon, watch this video till the end because I am walking you through the exact steps you need to take to get your passport renewed fast. So my passport was expiring in December, so I recently got it renewed from the Indian Embassy in the US. Got it successfully back, I think within 6 weeks. So, but I did observe, that there was some confusions related to the process, and the overall process was pretty overwhelming for anyone who's doing it for the first time. So that's why I'm going to share my experience and what actually matters, how to fill all the forms correctly, and any mistakes that you have to avoid so you can have a good, smooth experience and get it renewed faster. As you can see, I have two passports now, and you know, I have to say that carrying this has been pretty like heavy on my purse. If you guys know like a better way to carry this around, please let me know in the comment section. So I'll include the timestamps below so you can directly jump into whatever part is more relevant to you. So the whole Indian passport renewal application process is divided into 5 steps. Number one is just find your right jurisdiction. There are about 7 application centers. So I'm in Dallas, so Houston was my application center, but your application center will depend on your US address. I will list all the 7 in the comments or in the description section so you can find the one that is closest to you. Step is fill the complete government online form. I'll put the link in the description as well. Step number 3 is find all your supporting documents, and this is going to be a lengthy list. So they do have a complete checklist that you need to fill when you are sending your documents. So you'll have to download that. I'll put the link in the description as well. Number 4 is create your account on VAFS website. That's where you pay your fees and you purchase your return label. And step number 5 is compile all of this. There will be lots and lots of application forms, checklist, all your supporting documents. You combine everything along with the return label in it. And then you compile everything and you send it to your applicable ICAC application center. First of all, you need to register on the Passport Seva Indian website. Here's the link. Click on register. So here, enter your right embassy consulate. Of course, write your name, date of birth, email ID. This is very basic. Create a login ID, password. And now you have your account created. You will get a message that you have registered on the website. Now to activate your account, go to your email, activate it, and then you should be able to log in. Log in using the same ID, password that you've created, and then it'll take you on the application homepage. There you have to select applying for ordinary passport because you're applying either for a fresh passport or a renewal. In case of renewal, that's what you select. In the next page, you select applying for reissue of the passport, and then reason would be validity expired within 3 years due to expire. And then select the type of application, normal or tatkal. I think tatkal is very fast. If you don't have time, if you want it within like 1 to 2 weeks, then you should select tatkal. But I just did a normal one because I did have a lot of time and I was in no rush to get it. This is the basic application form. Fill up your name, gender, date of birth, enter your qualifications as per your relevant scenario. Just enter all these details, your Aadhaar number and everything, and then move on to the next page. Oh, for this category, is applicant eligible for non-ECR category? You have to do yes. And then once you're done with page number 1, just save it, and immediately you will get a ARN number, your reference application number. And then very quickly fill up your parents' details or spouse details. Then here is your passport printable address out of India. No. If you got your passport in India, then this is no. You have to give one permanent address, and then you can give one US address as well. So in the police station section, select your state, city, and it will give you like which police station belongs to you. Sometimes it can give you a 10, 11 police station addresses. So you just select the one that is most closest to you. If it's far, then that can be complicated in order to complete your verification. And if you're married, then make sure that you give your spouse address, not like your parents' address. And in other address details, you can enter your US address. Then just make sure that you enter your emergency contacts, your previous passport details clearly, and then your file number is also present on your passport on your last page, so fill that up. Just answer all these basic questions, yes or no. Mostly it should be no. And then you will get like a passport review. Make sure that whatever details you've entered, they are all correct. This is your
chance to review everything, don't miss this step, because then your passport application can get rejected. And that's it. Then just sign the form and download the copy, and you will receive your ARN number again. Save that number, save that application form, because you have to download it and send it. Okay, so we've done step number 1 and 2. Step number 3 is preparing your supporting documents. This is also very important. So I will show you. So this is kind of like a mandatory document checklist that you have to attach and send it along with your application. You will find it on the website. This is almost like a 7-page document. You have to make sure that you fill and mark everything here. You know, the kind of documents you're sending, like original and copy. This is very helpful. So document number 1, you have to send your online application form that we just filled out. Send that. Sign on every page. Just make sure you follow the instructions here. So second is your photograph specifications. Make sure that you send your most recent photograph. I sent so my photograph was a little, I think, blurry. So they asked me to resend another one. So I just went to like UPS office, got a photograph clicked, and then attached it in my form and sent it. But you can also, I think, upload digitally, or you can get like a fresh photo clicked, get it printed, and then attach that. That is just both are like safe and good options. But yes, if you have any doubts in your photos, just click a fresh one. Yeah, I made that mistake, and because of that, I think at least there was a 1-week delay in my passport application processing. So if you don't want to have any delays, just avoid that, and make sure that you read all these instructions when you're getting your photograph clicked. Send your original passport and as well as a copy. Fourth document is your affidavit for change of appearance and signature. Download this, send the original, sign it and send it. Annex your E, sign it and send it. Download everything from here. Copy of your valid status in the US. This has to be notarized. So I went to my bank and got everything notarized, because I did have to wait at least 30 minutes to get this done, and then sign it and send it. Proof of address, again, this needs to be a color copy. I sent my water bill, I sent my driving license. Now we are on step number 4, which is fee payments and couriers. Now this needs to be done on your VFS website. Fill out the form. You already have your ARN number. Fill out your details, create your account and pay your VFS fees. And then there's also an option to buy a return label. So guys, please do this one very carefully. So I bought my shipping label from the VFS website. I think that costed me around $30. I went to FedEx office and then combined all my application process, gave them that label and sent my application. I thought it was just easier that way. But you can also opt to use your own courier labels. I think there was some sort of a restriction on not getting FedEx return label. So I went to UPS, got the return label, and then included that in my package and sent that. Yeah, but this is 100% like foolproof, because this worked for me and I got my passport back successfully. And then moving on to your supporting documents. So this was like the first time after marriage that I was renewing my passport. So I had to include my spouse visa passport copy as well, and also our marriage certificate. So if anything here is applicable to you guys as well, then make sure you include the document. But make sure you read all of this, and if whatever is applicable, and even if you're confused that this may or may not be applicable, I would say just send it, because it's better than doing the whole process again. Just send it. Having an extra document won't hurt, that will definitely avoid any delays in your application process. So yeah, that was it. And the last step is just compiling everything and sending it to the center. And yeah, so I would say like all the communication was like pretty smooth, based on emails. They did not call you. I did not have the need to call them for anything. Yeah, and I got it back successfully. So this definitely works. So I will put all of these resources in the description and the comments section. So check it out. Yeah, and if you guys have more questions, put them in the comment section and I would be happy to answer as many as possible. After you get your passport renewed, make sure that all the dates are also applicable on your I-94, on your driving license, These are the two documents that I also had to update after getting my passport renewed. So make sure if you have any documents that are expiring sooner than your visa or stamp, then make sure to update these documents as well. And if you need more information on how to update the other documents like I-94 and DL, I'm also working on those videos and I will post them next week. So definitely subscribe and follow if you want to know more about this process. And once again, hopefully, this helped at least one person out there who's trying to figure it out. You're not alone. Everyone in the US, all the immigrants are, all the foreign nationals, all the Indians are trying to figure it out together. So yeah, let's stay connected and help each other wherever we can. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.